when you were preparing for your particular exams, like what was something, because you cleared them all, like, and what was something that you did right according to you? Like, what was something that you focused on? What do you think was like your advantage that, like, you cleared everything?
See, when I was writing these exams, I was working for T6. I was placed through campus and I started there. But then I always wanted to know that this is what I'm going to do, even after I joined T6. So, but then I do work from 9 to 7. So it's a 2 hour commute to, and then to come back, there's another 2 hours. So 4 hours I travel in a day from my place to my office. So that 2 plus 2 I used to study. The thing is, I surrounded myself with all these studies. For example, I follow social media a lot, right? So I started following all this, army pages, and then there were a couple of, pages which was for IAS aspirants, for general knowledge, like Vision IAS, and there was another one. There was an app also, now it is not there. So I used to read this app. So I used to use my phone a lot, and I was in the IT also. I could not carry my book everywhere. So what I used to do is I used to record all these things. One night I used to sit, I record everything. Then morning, if I'm not feel like reading or doing something like that, I listen to my own recording. Right? So,
Okay. So that was helpful, listening to your own recording.
So it worked for me because I generally am a good listener and whatever I listen, I take. So it worked for me. I understood that part of myself and I did that. But then whatever I used to do, right, I was always thinking about this. You can say a kind of borderline obsession of the armed forces. Every year, it's like what Abdul Kalam sir had said. Dream is not something you have when you sleep. It is something which stops you from sleep. That was the case for me. Right? So when I was completely insane, I just had to go and write the exam. So I did not go to any coaching or I did not enroll for any other courses. But then I was completely focused. I surrounded myself with only these things. So that is one thing you can do.
Okay, so I mean, you were extremely dedicated, and that really worked for you. So that makes sense. That is why you cleared everything. So somebody is asking, can we give serious exam in the starting of the final year of graduation?
Definitely. Just like it's not the serious even for NDA, when you're just getting into 12, you can write that exam in September. And when you're in your final year, whichever aspect, if it is a 3-year course, you'll be in your 3rd year. And if it's a 4-year course, you'll be in your 4th year. That time itself, in the August, you can write your AFCAT, and in the September, you can write your CPs. Because I told you, it's a 1-year process. Generally, the smart guidance, what they do is they don't want even 3 months, 4 months break in their career. So that is what they do. They write this exam in September and attend their SSB in January, February, and they complete their final semester exams, and then in June, July, they join the respective academy. So if you don't want to miss even 1 or 2 months in your career, this is what you can do.
Okay. So they need a pre-planned, like if they want to join the forces, they need to have like a timeline of when they should like start preparation or like when they should apply, etc.
The thing is, we don't have a cap on how many attempts you're going to do, but we have a cap on what is your age. So the earlier you started, the more better chances you have.
Okay. Prajakta is asking, I'm a final year engineering student. How and when should I start preparing for CDS for tech entry?
Okay, see, CDS you can prepare when you're in your 2nd year. So by the time you come for your 3rd year, right, you will get bored. You can take a break. Then you ask yourself, if this is what you really want to do. Right? Then you get a confirmation that this is what you really want to do. Then again restart it. You will just refresh it. By the time you get into your 4th year, right? So that is your 7th semester or your whatever. Final year, 1st semester, odd semester. That time you can write the exam. So you consider that you are having 6 months before that you have a dedicated training. See, there are 2 types of preparation. One, you just study for a longer course. You keep studying it so that you're going in a relaxed manner. Then there is this dedicated study that these 3 months I complete 90% of the chapters. In the first 3 months I can go through it. This is the 2 types of them. So whichever is your convenience, you can do that. But for OTA, right, 3 months is more than enough. I just studied for 15 days. But that's just me. but 3 months में हो जाता है for OTA. But this is the maths part, so that is what is difficult because when you're coming to final year of your respective studies, you forget all those maths which you studied in 11th. So you have to study that again. Otherwise, it will be easy.
That's fair. You just said that you only study for 15 days. So you probably know like how like a person should prepare for 15 days. Is there like any program, anything that you're doing that like a person can, join for 15 days and actually clear their respective exams?
Right. So we have this crash course. This is available in 3 different things: 45 days, 30 days, and 15 days. Now, when I say 15 days, right, it is not like some magic who the academy that is going to help you clear. What we can guarantee you is you'll get somewhere 30 to 40 marks extra. Now, for an candidate who's well informed, like generally he is interested in learning stuff in the newspaper, or he just follows defense news. He knows who is the chief of RBS. He does not have to refer Google to find that answer. For him, 15 days is more than enough. So this 15 days, I'm not saying it is not applicable to everybody. Now, if you are a working candidate and you are very passionate about this, probably you have given 2-3 attempts, you understood the exam pattern, then 15 days is more than enough for you to clear. But then you are going to write this examination for the very first time. You have never seen that paper before. You have not experienced that examination pressure. This 15-day program will help you get you 30 to 40 marks extra. Right? So you should have already got that other 10 to 20 marks which is required for cutoff. Cutoff is that you need to get 25% from each subject. That is the basic cutoff. Then the actual cutoff is based on what the average mark is at that time. So yeah, so through this course which we will be conducting every day, it's 2 hours per day, we will be able to get you 30 to 40 marks extra by predicting the pattern as well as the expected questions. It's not so difficult once you have seen the examination so many times. You get to understand like this happens. So it's like a pattern which you're not able to see. Once you start seeing it, it's a lot in predicting it.